Homemaking in this economy is not easy. With the rise of grocery prices, real estate, overall inflation in every single area of our life, we are feeling the pinch, and I bet you are too. So, especially someone whose full-time job it is to take care of the home, it is to take care of your family, you really are feeling it these days. So actually, I'm saying this the morning that Trump came into office. Wherever you stand politically, Trumpy, as Caleb and I call him, Trump is a good businessman. So I'm hopeful that he will make a difference for good in this American economy. Caleb is actually blessed to have a full-time job that pays pretty well, but he has to work his tushy off to get that money and to pay the bills. And we're very thankful for his job, but it's really hard work. Each week we have a financial meeting to go over what we spent and to make sure that we're not overspending. And whatever we spent that month, Caleb then has to make it up the following month by writing what's called search engine optimization articles at his job. So the more we spend, the more Caleb has to work. And the more that Ellis and I don't get to see him. So it is my goal to save money so that he does not have to work strenuous long hours at work. I feel so blessed to be able to stay at home, because I know many moms out there are not able to do that. And so I do not take it for granted that I get to do this. And so I want to make sure to honor my husband by not overspending. So how do we do it? How are we a one job income at our house? The number one way that we spend is usually in rent and other utilities. How we saved on just housing in general is we rented from my dad. As you can see, it's not the most luxurious home. It's not state of the art, but I love it. I think it is the cutest little house. That was one of our first setbacks with this economy, was that I wanted to buy a house and pay it off little by little, and we just could not do that with this economy. It is a God thing that we are here. If you're struggling, maybe you could look at your housing bill and see how you can maybe cut down, maybe move into a rent home if that's good for you, or move into a different home, buy a different home that's downsizing. Groceries are our number one spending each month in our budget line item. We don't really consider rent as one of our line items because it's automatic, so we don't really see it each month. But with groceries and other line items, we see it. It's our choice of how much we spend that month. Our goal each month is to spend $400 or less for a family of 3, and really it's 2 because Ellis is just now starting to eat solid foods. For the past 2 months, I've been really feeling the strain eating with $400 or less because we are trying to eat healthy. We're on the anti-candida diet, so we want to eat fresh food. We want to eat these good things, but how do you do that with only $400? I actually had to raise it this month to $500. I think I'm at $450 so far. We'll see if I can stay underneath that $500 mark. God provided me a part-time job to cover those grocery bills. So it's like only 30 minutes to an hour each day where I do a little bit of marketing for this travel agency company, and it is just such a blessing to cover our groceries. So if you are able, homemaker, to at home to help your husband in a little way like that, like a remote job, that might be the way that God wants to bless y'all and provide for you. How to save money in groceries. So I buy in bulk. I go to Sam's, and maybe you go to Costco, maybe you go to a different place. But I buy everything in bulk. I get frozen veggies and fruits, not fresh. The only fresh veggies we get are spinach, bell peppers, I think, and I think that's it. We also get brown rice and gluten-free pasta in bulk also. And so that's really helpful because you're not wasting money on throwing yucky produce away that you didn't use. So I make in bulk also. I make a lot at one time, and then a lot of the time I freeze it so it doesn't go bad and so we don't waste food. Rotisserie chickens are huge. I get 2 of them, and then I freeze the bones so that we can make bone broth with it. We don't want to waste anything. If you follow Farmhouse on Boone, she always has meat thawed, and I kind of follow her way of cooking. So I always have meat thawed, I always have frozen veggies in the freezer, and I always have a carb, maybe rice or pasta. You can do a lot with rice. You can add spicy, or you can go a more Italian route, or even with pasta, you can do spicy pasta or a more subtle spice, but having spices stocked is really huge too. And I always have frozen fruit for smoothies in the morning, and that gives me that sugar and the antioxidants that I need, so that's really helpful. We keep our eating out budget very low. We only have $50 each month for eating out, and some months we say we're not gonna do it at all because if we're feeling the pinch. That just depends on you and your family. Our shopping and home budget, I buy Castile soap in bulk off of Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description. But you can use it for body wash and hand soap and cloth diaper wipe solution. I do that. And surface cleaner. It is a widespread. You can use it for a lot of things. And so that's what I get. And then it's diluted by water. So that's free, and then cleaning the floors, I'll leave the recipe in the description, but it's 1 cup white vinegar and 20 drops lemon essential oil, and the rest of the bucket is just water. And so that's a way to save some money. And then healthy laundry detergent that's not non-toxic. I'll leave the recipe in the description also if you're interested. About our budget, we're not terribly strict about it. We just have a weekly financial meeting to go over each week, and that just keeps us in line. Okay, are we going off track? Did Maddie spend way too much at Hobby Lobby? So we got to just make sure to have that weekly meeting, and I encourage you to do it with your spouse. So the things we splurge on are vacation and Caleb's music, because we see those as, air quote, needed wants. Those are the 2 things that we really take pleasure in, and we know that Caleb's music will probably one day make us a little bit of money, and so we hope so. So if you're interested in his music, I'll leave the link in the description. A lot of his music I use in these videos, so you might have heard it before. I just spent $100 on Christmas decor so far, but I know that I probably won't spend it on the shopping and home in other ways. So I always have that kind of in the back of my head. With our cars, we decided to keep my clunker for Caleb to go to and from work and just fix it up when it needs it. And this year, by God's grace, we got to buy our 2014, it's a 10-year-old minivan in cash. And even though it's 10 years old, it works really well, and we're hoping that we won't have to get another anytime soon. Saving on gas is huge too. A lot of the times I invite other people over to our house instead of going to other places, and that saves time, that saves energy, me trying to get Ellis in the car seat. That saves so much stress on me, and I love being a hostess. So if you could do that, that would be awesome. And we want to be good stewards of our money, so any extra money we have, we save it for Caleb's album. We put it into savings, and we also have a dream to have our future home one day, and so we're saving for that also. I hope this video was helpful for you as you are navigating your finances with your spouse or individually. And I hope we are about to see an economic boom with our new president in office. So what do you think? Do you think that Trump being in office is going to help our economy? Do you have any tips or hacks to save money as a homemaker? Please let me know what you think in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. Bye-bye.